Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. I checked in with the Coastal Carolina head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So Coastal Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Chanticleers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got it. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Chanticleers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Straight ahead, it's Nowaski. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Nowaski. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Tigers' offense will now get its first chance with the football. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt, this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Kelly. Under pressure. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Looks it in. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Ings got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to Pott with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with his 3rd possession. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Coastal!
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that, and we've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we got to see that a second sooner so he can come up and make a play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fires to the big fella. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Quick completion on the out. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Winton. Throws to the back. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Keeps it, looking for the edge. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. 2nd and long here. From the gun. Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Looking to throw for it. Got his man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Nowaski. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Running inside, it's Nowaski. He's past the sticks. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense set on first down. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Kelly. Caught. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Churns into the pile. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Might as well give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the shot to clears after moving the sticks through the air come to the line. Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Play action on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Winton. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A strike downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Clemson jumps to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Reels it in. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Motion from the back. Second down to the air. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Tigers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Wants to throw again. Got his man on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide. Dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Finding some room. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, shot to clears.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Extra point here will tie the game. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, it's Nowaski. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The shot that clears have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking downfield, it's Kelly. Quickly complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Can't get him to the ground. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wants to throw it again, and why not?
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was in it.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the returner will be brought down. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Chanticleers sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. To the air, it's Kelly. Turns it upfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at UCLA, taking on the #1 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Trojans in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now some other games you may have interest in, social media certainly does, inside the ACC. And now back to your game in Death Valley. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Shanta Clears will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
To the air, it's Winton. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. Hits inside, it's Nowaski. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And that is the last thing they wanted to see with this guy in the middle of the Heisman Trophy race. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Rushes on. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Shanta Clears getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to establish the run. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. He's going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
And there you see his playmaking ability, man. Golly, like for a quarterback to be able to do this and just take off and outrun a defense, it shows you how athletic these guys are. They're big-time playmakers. And the moment the defense doesn't focus on them, they'll take off and they'll take it to the house.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Long way to go on second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Split backs here. Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. He's inside the 40. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They'll need a bunch on second down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Rush right in his face. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Quinton. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tries to get it himself. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. Gets it to the back. And that one did not work. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Couldn't make the grab in the end zone, but this flag looks as if it'll be on the defense. Holding on the defense is just a gift to the offense with the automatic first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. The ride. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Tigers! Back and forth they go as these two high-powered attacks continue to flood the end zone. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sets his feet, it's Kelly. Lets it fly.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Coastal. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. Just got rid of that one.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Kelly. Oh, pressure's coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This is a designed run. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. The only drama left awaiting the clock to run out gives us a minute to check out the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country and get a win like this late in the season, and that really adds some strength to your playoff resume. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The give as they work on that clock. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They're all over it. Under heat, he gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Looking to throw, it's Winton. Got his man.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Burrowing for yardage. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Nestles it in at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Caught. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Turning it on. Perhaps It's a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And the Chanticleers have pushed it inside the 20. Sells the run, looking to pass. Good job just to get rid of that one.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Chanticleers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for this offense. From the gun, knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
The two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't.
He's going for the goal line, and he surges across the line. Touchdown, Chanticleers! And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Drops back. It's Swinton. Right down the middle. In traffic, it's Lane. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Second and long here. He's looking to pass. Look out! He's on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked